Hey kids, it's Mr. Hammond coming to you from home this weekend after Thanksgiving. And I wanted to show you how to measure the width and depth of your crater, but we'll need to talk about how to use the centimeters on a ruler. So for those of you who don't have rulers at home, I have this as a PDF that you can just print out on your home computer or printer. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. All right, so here we go. All right, I've got my ruler cut out, as you can see here. Now, we're not going to be using the side of the big numbers. We're going to be using the side of the small numbers. This is inches, this is centimeters. And in science, typically, we only use the metric system. So we only use centimeters. And today, hopefully, I'm going to be able to show you how you do that. Now, to start with, I'm going to turn my ruler around so the centimeter side is facing up. And I'm going to start from the line that shows where the 0 is. So you see where that 0 is? That's the line we're going to use. We're not going to use the end of the ruler. Okay? So I start by putting the 0 marker right up to the end of the line. You gotta be very careful to measure right where you need to. So there's the end of my first line. And I'm going to count the number of centimeters over I need to go. So this is 1 centimeter here, and this is 2 centimeters here. But now we come into the problem where it goes past a little bit. So I'm going to count these little hash marks past that point, and that's going to be a decimal. So I'm at 2, and then I'm going to count the mini hash marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it looks like about 6. I had a decimal point and put a 6 afterwards. So it's 2.6 little hash marks. And that's how I measure the first line. Let's measure the second one. Same idea. I put the 0 up to the edge of the line, and I go to the farthest centimeter I can, so it looks like I can go all the way to 8, and I count the hash marks right after that. 8.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 8.9. Not quite 9 centimeters, but almost. Let's do one more together. I put the 0 and I line up with the end of the line. That's probably the most important thing. Kids mess that up all the time. They'll line it up, and then when they go to measure, they move the ruler, and it's completely off. So make sure you put the 0 right up at the end of the line. Double check it, then hold the ruler firmly. And this one looks like it's almost just a little past 5. So it's 5.1 hash mark past that, so 0.1. And that's how you measure a line. So what about the diameter of your crater? Well, if your crater is, let's say, this big, we'll go ahead and let you take the widest part of the diameter. So I'm going to kind of pick my wide points. I'm going to put a dot here and here. Now this is, of course, going to be in flour or baking soda, so it will be a little bit more difficult. But I'm going to line that up, and I'm going to go ahead and put the 0 by the edge of one side. Look over to the other side and say that's at 3.5 is that middle mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like 3.6. And that's an easier way to do it. These hash marks right in between the numbers represent halfway, and halfway is always going to be a 0.5. So if you want to save yourself some counting, that's a quick and easy way to do it. And that's how I measure the diameter. And that's what we're kind of looking at doing. Okay? For the depth, it's going to be a lot harder. You're going to have to stick the ruler in there and kind of just guesstimate or estimate using your eyesight. Do the best you can. Again, this is more practice than anything else, and just seeing what we can learn from it. So I hope this helps you or explains you how to measure using centimeters on a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, print this out and cut it. It works really well. Thanks again. Bye.